Hello, dear Aquarius. I'm Jamie Dawn, your evolutionary revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your February 2022 horoscope. And this is your month. Some of you early Aquarians are already celebrating your birthday, but you'll be feeling the effects of these planets making their movement around your sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Aquarius. And we kick off the month with Venus now direct in your 12th house in the sign of Capricorn and a new moon right at the beginning of this calendar month. And this is going to be in your first house, giving you the opportunity to set some intentions on how you want to approach your life. How do you want to approach this next big moment, big month of love, of course, but also in the bigger picture, and really setting some intentions around how you can further make a positive impact on the community at whole, your community, the world, whatever you define as community for you. I would also say that some of you Aquarians are going to find a new sense of purpose this month with Venus direct, with Mars and Venus, the cosmic lovers, canoodling in that 12th house, bubbling up to the surface opportunities for you to really get clear on what is it that you love, what impact are you making on the collective, and where you can really find more meaning, and deeper purpose that can have that positive impact for yourself, and others can see you as someone who genuinely wants to make a difference in your own unique way. And unique is a good word. I think this month is going to have a lot of unique opportunities for you to express your ideas, express what you love, who you love. You'll have opportunities to be able to share love. I feel too that there's a deeper subconscious level of work that you're going to be doing. And with Venus and Mars canoodling all month long, it should have you feeling as though maybe there's a greater love for yourself here. We're working with the subconscious here in that 12th house. We're working with the all that is. And I don't want to focus just on the house itself, but more of the energetics of Venus and Mars in Capricorn, stopping at nothing, taking things really serious about the impact that you have on the collective. This is also a time where you may feel a little more introspective. You may pull yourself back and say, it's my birthday and I'll cry if I want to, or it's my birthday. And if I want to take myself on some spiritual retreat, on some journey that allows me to connect with the cosmos, allows me to connect with whatever I define as spirituality. It also, I may be focused on some healing that I need to do for myself and maybe offer it to others. I have learned a lot over the last few months, maybe even year. And now I need time to collect it all, put it into some tangible form. And with Mars exalted in Capricorn here, you may stop at nothing in order to accomplish this deep, soulful work. Pay attention to your dreams because they can inform you of solutions and things that you maybe have wrestled around with, especially with Venus being retrograde. She was probably drawing you in even more, bringing up some things that you didn't even know you needed to deal with. Here they are now, someone from the past showing up, or a conversation you need to have that needs to be wrapped up. Now, as she continues to move direct and out of shadow this month, you'll be able to find more opportunities financially, romantically, anything that, again, allows you to expand and grow from a very internal place and offer it as a gift to others. Opportunities abound if you're doing any form of healing and research and ideation that then you can help others put them into some step-by-step process, or just wrap your arms around someone and say, I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. I sense that a few of you Aquarians have partners, or if you're in a bonded relationship, that your partner is going to require quite a bit of extra care this month. It may be just under high stress. It could be you, but it also may be someone else. I see grief also for some of you Aquarians. And I don't necessarily mean physical death, even though that is possible. Maybe you're dealing with a loved one who is crossing over and you're having to tend that, hospice, that sort of thing. Or if it's not a physical person leaving your life, think of it, we're always experiencing life and death. That's the way cycles work. It's the way the human experience is. And so dreaming, we go to sleep, we quote unquote die to the day and we wake up reborn. So consider that as being a complement to the deathing process, if you will. Transitions, changes, these sorts of things are ones that you're going to be experiencing throughout the month of February, inviting us for deeper love. I love that quote, and it's been said before, but I watched the series Discovery, Star Trek, and Picard, and I just love all those. But anyways, in Picard it says, "Death is what gives life meaning." Meaning, that's a big theme for this month, and then how you get to express that is going to be your own unique way. Some of you may express it by getting these beautiful downloads from otherworldly beings. You may connect deeply with that meditative state inside, and this inner wisdom just starts downloading all kinds of solutions and ideas. You may draw to you a teacher, or you sit at the foot of a teacher, spiritual teacher that you respect. Do watch out for charlatans, of course, but those of you who have been seeking for someone to come in and offer some wisdom, this is an opportunity this month to get that. I mentioned the romantic relationship. Let's talk about single Aquarians. So those of you who are looking for love, this is one where doing the deeper self-love and offering healing and compassion to yourself first and foremost is a big theme. And then after the middle of the month, putting yourself out there, all that you've learned, sharing that and embodying it in whatever way you feel it is unique for you, or that it's your own personal expression, will highly magnetize new love for you. So don't get discouraged at the first part of the month. I know it's Valentine's Day, February 14th, and we all want to have someone that we can share this love with and express it with. And I'm sure some of you who are listening to this, watching this right now, are going, please, if she says one more thing about self-love, I'm going to puke. Okay, I'm saying it anyways. So grab your barf bag, whatever. Self-love is important. You don't need one day in order to express your love. And I can promise you that if you are that Aquarian who says, okay, I am going to do this self-love, and I meet somebody at the end of the month, and now we have this wonderful relationship, I don't think you're going to look back on February 14th of 2022 and say, oh, if only I had just had someone to express this idealized day with. The relationship that you'll end up in is going to far outweigh this one moment in time. Not to discourage you, those of you who are dating, who you are romantically involved with someone, having any form of bonded relationship, then yes, Valentine's Day leading up to it should have a really beautiful energy for you. Mercury will re-enter your sign on Valentine's Day, making you really think deeply, make good decisions, communicate really well about all the things that you love about yourself and that you can offer in partnership, and how you may find yourself going, I want to be a better partner for you. How can I show up for you? Or I've learned so much over the last couple of weeks and months, and now I'm going to start this new approach to the way in which I communicate with you, or the way in which I express my love to you. A couple other pins on the map. Mercury has been retrograde in the sign of your sign, Aquarius, but then it retrograded back into Capricorn in January. And so it will station direct on the 4th. So that will give you deeper thoughts and more movement around what it is that you are really wanting for yourself on a collective level. You may be researching at that time, how do I help myself become a better version of myself, so that when Mercury is now moving back into Aquarius on the 14th, you're ready to communicate that. Some of you may be thinking about signing up for some sort of retreat, self-help program, something along those lines, or starting a program of healing. This is a good time for you to research at the beginning of the month and then announce it to the world after the 14th of the month, and sign up for that program or that retreat. Mercury will also canoodle with Pluto while it's moving direct again in the sign of Capricorn. So February 11th, there's a powerful conversation that maybe you will have with yourself. There could be something that shows up financially, romantically, because of Venus and Mars in that 12th house as well, that stirs up a topic of power. Where do I feel powerless and how can I find more power? And also can create a power struggle within yourself. I can see you because you're very mental, and I don't mean that in a crazy way, but you can think a lot and you have all these ideas. You could watch yourself struggle with, do I do this? Do I not do this? Do I say this to someone? Do I declare my love? Do I tell people what I really want? Or do I do my own thing and rebel like I can do? Do I lead this group? I mean, I can just see you wrestling around with decisions and ideas, and also that passionate side of you that says, I want what I want, and how do I get it? And I feel powerless. So there could be that little bit of struggle that happens. But the beauty is in that struggle, if anybody's familiar with the 7 rays work, this is the 4th ray. This is the harmony through conflict. And so you'll find the harmony and the peace. And it could just mean that you need to withdraw a little bit in order to let it percolate. Some conversations and some decisions really are about timing. And especially if it's an audience that would bristle or wouldn't understand, or has a tendency to take things personally, that there's times where you just need to step back and say, I will know when that time is right to share this information. Who's the audience I need to share it with? Sometimes we can get these beautiful spiritual downloads and we want to tell the world, we want to stand on our soapbox, but the audience isn't prepared. A lot of teachers understand that, really good teachers understand that there's some information that shouldn't be shared with students because they're not ready to receive it yet. So it just falls on fallow ground. And that's what I offer at the beginning of the month could happen. Now, getting into the second half of the month, the full moon in Leo, Venus and Mars will canoodle. This is going to activate more of that 12th house as well as your 1st and 7th house. So I can see you in that 7th house with the moon in Leo and your 1st house being active with the sun there, that there could be this beautiful complement of conversation, of declaration in a particular relationship, a partnership. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be that it is professional. There's a few of you who will have some form of authority figure that you will release, or that you will declare yourself as an authority or an expert on something as well during that time. This is a revelation time. This is a time where you'll want to really stay heart-centered. And if you are speaking, if you're taking action from that heart-centered place, then no matter how it's received, then you'll know you have peace with yourself. This is about you being able to do what you do beautifully, bringing people together. I think that's another thing, that whatever you release out into the world on that full moon, the intention of bringing unusual people or unusual groups or unusual circumstances into a beautiful, cohesive formula is a wonderful gift to offer. Because as I always say, on your own, pretty good. With people you like, not like-minded, but like-hearted, you can get so much more done. And it's so much more fun. Sun enters Pisces in that 2nd house on February 18th. If you have been waiting to hear something financially, if you've been waiting to get energized about what you do for income, your possessions, your values, this is a time now for the next 28 days after the sun enters Pisces that you'll be able to feel more energy around it. So if you felt a little stuck, or you've had to turn your attention, or you just haven't felt the motivation to get things done and to tangibly, physically do certain things, when the sun enters Pisces, it can energize you to be able to have greater faith and greater hope in the fact that your values and the things that you do have put value on, it matters and it does show results. This is also a beautiful time when the sun enters Pisces. If you are thinking about going into the healing arts or the artwork world, or releasing, let's say, a playwright, or releasing some form of spiritual work, it's a great time to do it. And that you'll find people much more open and expansive looking for that. I'm going to speak directly to those Aquarians who really want to teach others what they've learned. Maybe it's a healing modality. That's just one example, but this is a beautiful time for that to take place, and that you'll find people willing and able to spend the money, to spend the time, the resources in order to do that. And I'll point back to relationship, because I know that's something that's always on our minds, right? Whether it's personal or professional, but mostly romantic here. And I will say that the month of February should have you glowing, personal magnetism activated, that if there is a beloved in your life, that you two can actually plan when you are together, when you maybe some special night more than just Valentine's Day. It's a highly romantic month, regardless of the fact that it is Valentine's month, that with Venus and Mars here, you may find yourself uh, pulling your partner or your love interest into some sort of quiet rendezvous. Maybe you do a spa day, and you set this whole thing up where there's massages and candles and wine and whatever, good food, just something that you enjoy doing. And those of you who are single, again, the second half of February is a perfect time for you to put yourself out there, go back into the online dating world. Don't get discouraged. You don't know what you don't know. And nowadays, especially because of the pandemic, the online world is the place to meet people. It's not to say you can't go somewhere if it's safe, but don't limit yourself. This is an expansive month for you. So if you're single, you're looking for love, please put yourself out there. And if you're not comfortable with online, then join a meetup group or have your friends join you and say, hey, who do we know that we could introduce this beautiful Aquarian to? I will say, because you are ruled by Uranus, and it is a rather radical planet, if you will, that you could suddenly meet somebody out of the blue when you least expect it. So don't overthink it, don't overplan it. Just come back to that self-love, come back to, if this is who I am, I really want to know who I am in this moment and then how I can best express it. And then you're going to draw to you someone who actually appreciates that uniqueness. All right, Aquarius, I really hope this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I look forward to hearing how it goes. Come find me at jamiedawn.com and have a great February.